Gaming always became a problem for me during the summer. With school on break and hockey finished for the season, I suddenly had no structure and a lot of free time. Gaming filled the void quickly. A few hours a day turned into all day every day for months. Any good habits I developed? Gone. At first, these were only wasted summers, but soon they became the standard of my life. The more I played games, the more I wanted to play games, so the more I found my way out of any other responsibility. School, dropped out. Job, failed a dozen times. Chores, not a chance. Unfortunately, my story is not unique, and I hear them often from others. But there were steps I could have taken to turn things around before they got worse. And that's what I hope this video helps you with today. What's up everyone, Cam here, and today we're going to talk about how to stop the summer gaming binge. Now, before we dive further, it's important to remember that the binge happens whenever you're feeling bored or emotional. The binge is a desire for a state change, so we want to think about how can we change our state in a more positive way instead of falling into the habit of just gaming and never actually getting to do anything else. This happens when you develop a greater sense of awareness, which you can do through things like meditation or journaling. The better you can understand how you're feeling, not just emotionally, but physically, the more you'll be able to be proactive to create the states that you actually want to be feeling, instead of reacting when you're not feeling the way you want to. So I put together 5 different tips to help you be able to stop the gaming binge during the summer. Alright, tip number 1. Get clear on what you want this summer to be. You need to create a vision. Ultimately, your vision is going to dictate where you're investing your time. It's going to give you clarity on where you're trying to go. And it all begins with a vision. What are your goals? What do you hope to achieve? How do you want to feel throughout the summer? What would you love to look back on at the end of summer and feel like you've accomplished? Summer gives you a great amount of time to actually invest in different areas of your life. You can actually make significant progress in 1 to 2 to 3 months. If you're just hoping that by the end of summer you're going to accomplish a bunch, you probably won't. Actually creating a vision is ultimately how you're going to have a sense of focus and be able to actually structure your day to be able to go forward. Which brings me to tip number 2. You want to have a project. Think about your goals and think about what you hope to achieve and turn these into projects. I like to think of projects as more structured ways to think about achieving our goals. So for instance, one of the projects I've had before is to have a podcast. And this was when I was learning music production. So I was learning how to DJ and I was learning how to make mixes. And so I had a monthly podcast where I was actually releasing one mix every single month to be able to share it with friends and family. Having this project gave me a greater sense of focus on what I actually was trying to create, instead of just thinking, oh, I want to get better at DJing. So what's a goal you have? What's a skill you want to improve? And how can you turn that into a project? Maybe that's launching a podcast. Maybe that's designing an app or designing a website, or writing a book or writing a short story, or learning a new language and actually being able to use it. And when you're thinking about your project, also try to consider about trying new things. For instance, right now I'm learning photography, and this comes from the fact that I'm traveling a lot, and so it's fun to be able to go on these trips and have something else to focus on other than just work or travel, but also being able to document these experiences. It helps me see the country with new eyes. Tip number 3, you need to schedule your day. You need to actually plan out your week. When you have a lot of free time, it's easy to think that you'll just end up getting to these different things you want to do, but we know that that's not really what happens. Often when you're in your summer break, you think that, it's all this free time, you do whatever you want with it. And of course, you can, but that doesn't mean that you don't structure your time. That doesn't mean you don't have a focus for your day. That doesn't mean you don't have a plan. When you have a plan, it's a lot easier to follow through. And when you don't have a plan, you tend to be disorganized, and that's when procrastination tends to happen. For instance, starting your day with different habits that actually contribute to you being able to be productive and go forward and accomplish these different projects and these different things that you want to ultimately see progress in is really important. If you start your day by binge watching Netflix or just hopping on YouTube and watching videos, then you'll very likely not actually get to these different things, these different habits and projects and skills that you want to actually spend your time on. Now, I'm not saying that you need to treat your summer like being the ultimate productivity machine. Definitely have some breaks and, enjoy yourself as well, but make sure that you're focused, make sure that you're structuring your time, planning out your day. And that also means that when you're accomplishing these different things, that will make your free time or the time that you're just relaxing that much more enjoyable, because you're not sitting there being like, I wish I was doing these different things. Now, with the summer, you have a great opportunity to develop a lot of good habits. And to avoid gaming all summer, one of the easiest ways that you can do that is just not to be inside so much. Make sure you're exercising, make sure you spend a lot of time in nature. The summer is a great opportunity where the weather's nice, there's a lot of hiking opportunities or different events that are going on, there's festivals and things like that in your city. And if you actually get out there and go explore, you'll discover a lot of these things. Whereas if you stay inside all day, well, of course, then you're gonna want to game because, what else are you gonna do? And make sure you're taking the opportunity during the summer to develop these good habits. Exercise, time in nature, face-to-face interactions. These are all things that will really help you either keep gaming in balance or keep gaming from being the thing that appeals to you in the first place. And make sure you're taking advantage of the summer to create epic experiences. You have time to plan. You have other friends who want to do different things. One of my favorite summers, I had actually explored my area to find a spot to go cliff jumping.
There you go, Cam.
I used to bring groups of people out there to go and explore, go bungee jumping. Go skydiving, go find a spot to go camping, go find a spot that no one else has ever discovered before. These are things that you'll look back on as you get older or as you look back on your life, and you'll remember these times far more than you'll remember the times that you just spent the whole summer gaming. Use this summer to make progress in your life. Don't just use it to waste a bunch of time that then as school comes back around, you're thinking, oh crap, I have to actually get my life together again. Summer is one of the best times that you can actually get ahead. And while most other people are wasting the summer, you can take full advantage of it, not just the weather and the opportunity to make friends, but to try new things and to make progress on different projects. Just to recap, make sure that you have a vision. Create projects based on the goals and skills that you want to achieve. Schedule your day and your week. Plan ahead, because ultimately the more structured your time is, the easier it is to follow through. Build good habits like exercise and spending time in nature, and make sure you plan some epic experiences that you'll never forget. So I hope these tips help you today. I hope that you have a great summer. Share in the comments below what's something you're excited about for this summer. What's an epic experience you're gonna plan? What's a skill you want to improve? What's a goal you want to achieve? And make sure you subscribe. We have a ton of new videos coming soon, and I hope you're having a great day. Have a great summer, and I'll see you soon.
There were 8 of them walking in the forest.
8.
They hiked up the mountain.
Of course.
And they made it to the top. But that wasn't the end of the journey.
Just the beginning.
Squatting on a trail.
Drugs, whatever they want.
Squatting on the trail.
Crazy, it's a whole different world.
Squatting on the trail. Squat, squat, squat. Squatting on the trail.